All right, so yeah, I finished at Mills over in May, and I was asked, what am I doing now? And my response was, well, the same thing. So I don't know if that's good or bad. All right, so yes, I do have some poetry. All right. Integral. Due to the arrival from the south of men and their cattle, the rains run down the tightly packed hills into the tightly packed streams instead of sinking into the once permeable soil, carrying away the silt and flora eroding the banks. The creek used to be lined with plants. These plants cleaned the water, held the sediment and silt they took in return just the right amount, ensuring stability. Deer grass, sea thrift, blue-eyed grass, Berkeley sedge, ceanothus, mugwort, California wild rose, yarrow, snowberry, alder, buckeye, coast live oak. Pacific Coast colonials. To give the crown such a valuable toehold in the frontier land, el presidio. To give the church such a precious ledge on God's earth, la misión. And so military and religion, the sword and the cross bear down against the redwood in all its shelter, the tall grass in all its baskets, the hill clay in all its pottery, the obsidian in all its points, the oak in all its nourishment, the elderbush in all its medicine. Objectives for the 21, and 21 are the 21 missions. Convert. Conduct mass on days of high obligation. Educate. Establish settlements in areas of high concentrations. Civilize. Force their resettlement. Never stray from the coast. Ghost beads. Father Junipero Serra at my back, juniper berries across the chest, leafing through aloni feather skirts, searching for a beginning, sifting through quaked beginnings, to see on what ground stands this new world, dredging the old road of Alta California, the old new world. Shape-shifting. Passive. Refuse to learn the tongue. Feign ignorance of command. Perform slow and poor labor. Practice infanticide and abortion. Practice tradition in secret to reverse the baptisms. Fugitivism. Run away from the labor mills. Be fit for the run, healthy for the hiding. Overt. Raid the stocks, sicken the padres, rise en masse. Other aims of the 21. Integrate. Assimilate the neophytes into Spanish society. Train in ownership and management of the land. Of might. Might there have been poet warriors, mud plume slingers, call them tar flickers. If there ever existed such a thing, may it exist now. And then might there be more of such colonial terrors, such indigenous daughters, such native sons, such non-conforming children. Tlacuilos of the smoking tongue, Assyrian scribes and conch shell singers, colibrí vatos aquellos, hummingbird homegirls for the cause. Might there be more than so-called brown blight on the gentral development, calling ruby-throated shock collars, calling the jaguar thundercats on the boulevard, to recover, to relearn, to reclaim. All right, so that was the past, right? So let's bring it to the future now, and this will be the last piece. There are no funerals for seeds. Quisieron enterrarnos, pero no sabían que éramos semilla. They meant to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. There are names embroidered on banners, banners adorned with brilliant flowers, flowers seeded by the hands of those who call out the names. Names spoken aloud as invocations. 43 resonant appellations. These are not new names, but old. And there are not only 43, but many thousand, many more. They are flower beds raised into social oblivion by armed men. Now what if these 43 embroidered names, these potent flowers, and the many thousands, the many more, are poems, purposely hidden from worldviews, intentionally blacked out, banned from the library of our collective measure, people poems succumbed by the state's erasure, holes dug in the field of a collective memory. Count them. Count them countless. Count them red stars screaming 43 names, 43 dandelion seeds on the wind, tagging the social fabric, soaked with the perspiration of denouncement. 43 seeds, 43 flowers, 43 poems, targets of erasure. Read between the lines in the soil, between lips sealed and stamped, waxing hegemony, bulging with colonized memory. Speak them 43 names normalized, for the disappeared are only dead when they cease to be invoked. Call them names on the wind, 43 seeds, 43 flowers, 43 poems, targets of erasure. Thank you. Yeah.
Give it up for the seeds from Freddy, ladies and gentlemen.